Good evening. Two pilots have survived separate aircraft emergencies in just 2 hours at Gawler Airfield. A retired Cathay Pacific captain had the closest call when his light plane crashed and burned on the runway. Ben Avery is there. Ben, how did this man manage to walk away?
Well, Brenton, if you have a look at the plane out here this afternoon, it's very difficult to determine how he did survive because it was completely burnt out and a complete wreck when we arrived here this afternoon. We know that this pilot took off from the Gawler Airfield at around 3 o'clock. He started encountering some problems around 30 seconds to a minute into that flight and decided he needed to try and make an emergency landing. But unfortunately, he then crash landed and did suffer some minor injuries. Now, we've spoken to one man who witnessed this crash from in the air himself. Now, he then landed to try and see what was going on, and we spoke to him not long after. Let's have a listen to what he had to say.
Well, the landing was basically wing and nose together. It was just a big crash and fold up, that's all it was. And I don't know how the pilot got out of it or whatever, but when I landed beside him, he was standing in front of the aircraft and the aircraft was on fire at that stage.
Now, 9 News has been told that this pilot is a Steve Nelson. He's a retired airline pilot with the commercial airline Cathay Pacific. So he will be counting himself extremely lucky because we're told he is now recovering in hospital with only minor lacerations to his head.
Let's put it this way, I'm pleased. First on scene, 39 years in the fire service, this is, yeah, there you go.
Police and Recreational Aviation Australia are now investigating this crash. They're taking parts of the plane away for further